353 985. We're doing a power flush today in Stalybridge, which is near Stockport, Cheshire. The system is a combination boiler sealed system, quite a large system, a Worcester Bosch floor standing RS boiler, RS 400 boiler, and the system has got an awful lot of plastic, well, it's got plastic pipes everywhere basically. We think the customers cut this system just in time because we are getting a good flow around the system, but the water is unbelievable. It's very black and sludgy. That's after it going through the magnet, and even as it's going into the dump mode, you can see it in there. It's very, very bad, very dirty system. We've got the magnet hooked up there. We know even before we look at that magnet, it's going to be a really heavy magnet. That probably one of the heaviest we've seen there. I've not looked at it yet, but I just know it's going to be heavy because of the amount of rust and corrosion that's in the system. And really it's down to the plastic piping that's in the property. We don't usually take on systems with plastic pipes, but the customer did say the radiators were heating up, so we're giving it a go. We are getting a good flow around the system, but like we said before, plastic pipes aren't very, very good for power flushing. Okay? So we've got the best equipment hooked up here. We've got the Camco CF90 Quantum 2 pump, the magnet, Camco magnet hooked up, and we've got some FX2 chemical in there to get rid of all this rust and corrosion that's in the system. Okay, we're also going to put a Spirotech MB3 filter on for this customer today, and you know, we're going to do the job 100% properly. We've cut the flow and return pipes, we've got right into the system, you know, so we're getting a really great flush around the system. We're going to flush the boiler separately. Okay, if you don't know what power flushing is, we'll quickly explain and we'll get back to you later. Okay, so it's professional power flushing that we do. My name is Barry Ayres. Our company is called Pro-powerflushing, as we said before. I'm a fully gas safe registered engineer, which is very important. It basically means I can give you the best possible flush. We sometimes have to get into your boiler, take components off, you know, to clear blockages. So make sure your power flush company, if you're going to use get your system power flushed, is gas safe registered. Okay, our work is fully certificated to BS 7593 standard. We do an awful lot of power flushing. This is our main business, so you know, we know what we're doing basically. Okay, our prices are up to 50% cheaper than the major utility companies such as British Gas, HomeServe, E.ON, etc. Work is fully certificated, as we said before. It's all okay with your service provider, whether it be British Gas, HomeServe, E.ON, etc. You will get a certificate with a pH TDS readings on before and after the power flush, stating that the power flush has been done and it's been done correctly. Okay, the areas we cover, I'm based in Bramwell and Stockport, near Manchester, but I basically cover most of the northwest UK area. We go down to Stafford, Derby, Sheffield, places like that. If you're within 60-70 mile radius of our hometown, we'll come to you and we'll sort your central heating system out. So basically we cover Cheshire, Lancashire, parts of Yorkshire, parts of Stafford, parts of Derby, parts of Nottinghamshire for our power flushing service. Okay, we've got a lot to do, so we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. Okay, back to this job in Stalybridge, near Stockport. Okay, we're going to put the magnet on bypass very shortly. Have a look what's come out of the system. We just know it's going to be heavy because there was just so much rust and corrosion in this system. It was quite unbelievable, really. You know, for a sealed system, and that's basically just because the installers have done not a good job really, putting plastic pipe everywhere. Sort of easy to fit, but not very good for your central heating system. Okay. So we'll show you that. We're just going to put this on bypass and we'll take it out and we'll show you that magnet. Okay, okay, we've undone it, we've put it on bypass, we've not looked at it yet, so let's take a look. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, I can hardly pick it up, it's so heavy and so full of corrosion. Now that is absolutely unbelievable. We'll just rest it against there. And there's some big, massive pieces of rust and corrosion in this central heating system. This is quite an exceptionally dirty one, we must admit, but nevertheless, you know, this is what destroys pumps, blocks plate heat exchangers up, you know, diverter valves in your combination boiler especially. plate heat exchangers, blocks your pipes up, your radiators, etc. And this is what power flushing is all about. It's about getting all this rust and corrosion out of your central heating system. So you really know that is why you need your system power flushed. If it's not being power flushed, give me a call and we'll come and power flush it. And we'll put that, just bob that back in there. We'll talk a little bit more about it. So it's very, very important to get a system power flushed if you're getting a new boiler fitted. Now we know, even the guy who's decorating this house today, he told us he had a boiler fitted a few years ago and it wasn't power flushed and the boiler's giving him problems now. And you know, at the end of the day, if you're getting a new boiler fitted, you're getting a nice competitive quote, and just make sure that engineers are power flushing the central heating system properly. Because what a lot of the engineers say, we're not talking about all engineers of course, because you know some engineers do properly power flush the central heating system, but some don't. So if your engineer is saying yeah, we're flushing it through and things like that, make sure they're flushing it through as in this way. This is the only way to get a central heating system clean. There's no other way to get a central heating system properly clean, okay? Because you know, if they're flushing some mains water through it, it's not going to do, it's just not going to clean it. It's probably going to cause more problems. If they're just flushing mains water through the system and they're not adding an inhibitor, you know, you're going to get problems like this, you know, as in that magnet there. This is the only way to properly clean a central heating system. Because you know, we turn up at systems that are only a few years old and the boilers are breaking down, they're overheating, they're blocked, and the customer thinks they've had a power flush, but they haven't. And that's probably, you know, more than likely because the engineer have said, oh yeah, we've flushed it through, but flushing it through with mains water is just no good whatsoever. Now, if your brand new boiler breaks down within the first year or two and the manufacturer sends their engineers out and they find this rust and corrosion in the central heating system, it could actually invalidate your warranty, and you may have to fork out for some fairly new expensive parts, or even worst case scenario, a new boiler if it's damaged your heat exchanger. And we've actually had to change heat exchangers in boilers, you know, separate jobs from power flushing because of the systems not being clean, and the water's got to the heat exchanger and corroded it, and the heat exchanger started leaking. So we've had to change a few heat exchangers in boilers. So you know, if you're not sure about your central heating system, whether it's been power flushed or not, and your boiler's fairly new, just give me a call. We'll come and flush it all out. We flush the boiler separately from the system, and you know, more than likely get you up and running again if it is a sludged blockage sort of problem. Okay. Just give me a call. Now obviously, power flushing is not only for newer systems, it's for old systems as well. We sometimes go to systems that are practically grinding to a halt, and we flush them out and we revive the system. But basically it's just about like getting the system all new inside. It's giving the central heating system, the boiler and the radiators, the pipework, a new lease of life, basically. If you imagine it as an oil change for your central heating system, you wouldn't run your car for 25, 30 years in some cases with the same corroded oil in there, and it's even more critical with a central heating system. So you know, you generally get the idea. You've seen the rust and corrosion that's in the system. The benefits of power flushing are just unbelievable, really. They're you know, you're going to get a quieter system, a more reliable system, fewer breakdowns, a hotter central heating system, hotter hot water, hotter heating, you know, through your radiators. It's just a win-win situation. You're going to get lower gas and energy bills. You'll be able to turn your boiler down. Your boiler's not going to be working as hard, pushing all this rust and corrosion around the system. So you know, this is why power flushing is a fantastic thing if it's done properly. You know, to your central heating system. We do it properly. We don't just pull a radiator off. We don't do it the cheap and nasty way. We think about the system. We get into the big pipes. Even this system today was a bit of a pain to drain down because there'd been no drain off cocks where the boiler is. It's a Worcester floor standing boiler, and we've had to do quite a bit of messing about to get into the big pipes, you know, to give it a really, really good clean, and that's what we do. So if you are getting a cheap quote for your power flush, Basically make sure they're just, really not really just pulling a radiator off. It's not really the best way to power flush your central heating system, in all honesty. Okay, and we tend to avoid doing that as and when possible. Okay, obviously, very rarely we do have to do that if the pipes are buried in the walls and things aren't quite as accessible as we'd like them to be. But really, it's a last resort for us. We want to get into the big pipes in your central heating system to get the best flow around the system and give it the best possible power flush. Okay. We're just going to get on with this job. We've got a Spiratech MB3 filter to fit for the customer later on as well. We'll just get back to you later on. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're going to fit this Spiratech MB3 filter for the customer as well today. Okay. I'm going to rack it into some. Hi Barry, that's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, that's the power flush done now. We're just tidying up. That's a filter fitted for the customer. All the radiators heating up nicely. Dark now, as we said, it's December 2015, so the job here is a complete success. We've got a lot of rust and corrosion out of this system today, and it's made a really big difference. Okay, so if you need any power flushing done in the northwest UK area, you already know about our prices, what it's all about. Give me a call on telephone number 07836 353 985. My name's Barry Ayres. Or contact us through our website, pro-powerflushing.co.uk. Okay, thank you. Great.